I've just updated my character sheet in Roll20.
Yeah.
Trying to work out if it's done my. He was saying when I did the thing, my hit points was 76, but I've got 66.
I had to log out and log back into Roll20 to get it to take effect.
There's also a setting. There's a setting that says link hit points from D&D Beyond to Roll20. So if you don't have it clicked, it won't. I'm trying to remember where that setting is. It's in additional, or it might, I don't know whether or not it's at Roll20's end or at D&D Beyond's end. Let me just have a...
Don't worry, I'll go with 66 for the time being. It's not an issue.
Yeah. Can you
manually change it? Can you go into your character and change it in the middle box?
No, it's at that middle box actually takes it from the character sheet.
All right.
Because it's linked to...
when I first did mine, I typed mine into there.
Oh, right. That explains then. Yeah, so that's why yours wasn't live and active when it first came on. What is your hit points, Sol, at the moment?
66 at the moment. But I rolled a 9, didn't I, last time?
Oh, yeah. So what should it be?
75.
Well, this is the thing. I can't. I was going to go back. Don't worry about it today. I'll go back on the stream and see if I can find my hit points where it was last time.
Yeah, that's absolutely cool. I'm more than happy for it to be absolutely anything that I think it must be. I'll keep having a look at it for later on. Anyway, hello everyone and welcome back. We've had a bit of a gap, a bit of a time off for Christmas and New Year, but we are back today. I apologize for my voice at the moment, just recovering from laryngitis. So all the NPCs that anybody meets this adventure will have this croaky, husky voice from now on, just so you're aware.
That's how you never suffered the same.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, great.
Mr. Pickles' cat returned. Yeah. Notice Mr. Pickles is wearing grey, so the cat blends in. It's almost like camouflage in it. Where Matt is not around at the moment. We don't know what's happening, but so I've logged on the extra camera just in case. But if he turns up, then we'll swap over. And the party are high off in space, and they just finished ransacking and dealing with a derelict starship, a nautiloid, and they're just coming off there when they suddenly realized that they were getting approached by pirates, and that's where we left it last time. But before we go any further and I tell you the ins and outs, I'm going to allow the players an opportunity to say who they are and who they will be playing tonight. And as always, we start with Mr. Pickles.
I am Mr. Pickles, and I am playing Jennifer Eben. She's a human druid, human classic as far as I know, not the new brand. And her druidism is related to the circle of the wildfire. So she firmly believes that all things have a cycle and things die and they get rebirthed into new things. So she uses a lot of fire to solve problems, but she also has some healing abilities, as well as plant growth spells. So she's all about things growing, but also things coming to their natural end. She's not the most charming person, and she usually has a perpetual smell of campfire around her, thanks in part to her wildfire spirit that's often dancing around and hanging out with her, and who just got a noticeable bump to his abilities with the last level up.
Nice.
She doesn't really carry around any weapons. She's just empty-handed most of the time, wearing clothes that smell like smoke, and she was raised by dwarves, and the dwarves instilled with her a love for brewing. Unfortunately, she just makes very sour dwarven ales that she doesn't try herself. And that is Jennifer Eben, the human druid. And with that, I'm going to pass it on to Captain Kangaroo.
Hey everyone, I'm Captain Kangaroo. I am playing
Sanctus.
So Sanctus Arrhenius. Sanctus Arrhenius. He's a cleric, an astral elf cleric. He's there to really, heal you up when you're ready, and then for extra few gold, he'll heal up a little extra few HP as well. He's a peace cleric, peace domain cleric.
I read that the other day on your character sheet, and I thought, oh, we could have some fun with this peace.
Yeah, he's
man.
He's a fun guy that he likes to make things. He's so into peace that he chose a domain that allows battles to last as short as possible to continue peace later on. He didn't like consistent battle. That's what it was. He's a fun guy, and pretty much everything he does is to benefit the group and the group's communal bank account. From there, I'm going to pass the microphone to our good friend Chugawugga.
Hi guys, I'm Chugawugga. Happy New Year, everybody. I am playing Pericleus Simmersut, who is a rock gnome arcane trickster rogue. So he's a rogue with a little splattering of wizardry magic thrown in. Although the spells he uses are normally from the enchantment and illusion school, so there's no sort of like destruction magic or healing spells coming from him. He's got a passion for history, languages, and tinkering is his other hobby that he's well into. When it comes to fighting, well, he prefers to leave the exchanging of blows to those better suited for the task, and you normally find him hovering on the fringes of the melee and engaging when opportunity presents itself. He's good-natured, has a very fine beard and moustache, and will usually go out of his way to help those who are in need. And I shall pass on to Medivac.
Why, thank you. Hi, everybody, I'm Medivac, and I play Solvar Trustica. He is a barbarian. He's a Goliath barbarian, should I say. He's just shy of 8 feet tall. You can notice him because you'll see a lot of pale blue skin, because all he wears is a loincloth, really, and a huge big battle axe over his shoulder. And a little backpack as well. He's fluent in
like a little shoulder bag, is it? Yeah.
He's got a man bag around his waist. Was it a fanny pack? Yeah. He's fluent in common, dwarvish, and giant. He's also just got another use of rage this level, so he can now use rage 4 times before he has to make a rest. Train of thought. Yeah, he's basically venturing out here to learn how to be sensible, more mature, more careful. It doesn't seem to be going well, because when he's in a battle, he tends to just flail wildly, which is why the group know not to of him. So yes, he's quite of a wild beast when he's fighting, but he does get the job done, and he always throws himself in first. He will always protect his fellows. And with that, I shall pass on to Morella Fostra. GM.
Is that me?
Yeah, because you sound like Morella Fostra.
Oh, right. I was.
You won't get that.
I don't. I was actually scanning people's token names to see who was actually called that.
You used to do the film reviews on night time.
Oh, right. Is that a new cat, Mr. Pickles?
Yep, we got a new cat.
How sweet. Okay, what's it called?
Moss. Like green moss on a tree, or as I like it to be, mozzarella ball.
Oh, right.
Is this the 7th or 17th cat?
This is our 3rd cat in the house right now.
Good
Sage
grief.
passed away a little bit ago.
Yeah.
You know, if you die, they will eat you.
Yeah, no, that's the circle of life.
Circle.
He actually has that planned on as well. So that was our funeral costs.
That's right.
Okay, before this turns into a cat lady chat, let me give you some quick updates before we start playing. Number one, no channel point rewards will be taken during when we're RPGing, and there will be no alerts for follows, etc., etc. If you would like to support the party or your favourite player or character, then you can do by donating £1 or 100 bitties, which will give your character, your favourite character, an inspiration die. Just so Medivac knows, there is 1 inspiration die left over from last month and 2 on this month. So please use those as a group. And if you're wondering where those come from, they come from the Ko-fi RPG site, where you can join to be a member and gain access to behind the scenes stuff and inspiration dies as the players play. So what's been going on? Well, apart from Sanctus, who was picked up as a waif from Straya at a later date, the party were on a planet that got bombarded by crystalline vines. That the crystalline vines looked like they were destroying the planet. They escaped up in a Spelljammer ship when they realized, after defeating some astral elves, that the astral elves were doing some really nasty things and were actually using these vines to suck the life out of planets. The party were very concerned about that, but as they were traveling to the Rock of Bral, they encountered a derelict nautiloid ship. They found a strange man on there as well, and the last adventure dealt with actually getting in there and sorting things out. At the end of that session, they came back across to the Moondancer, which is their current ship, and they found that coming round the corner was a night spider ship. And I think that is how we left it. So just so you are aware, this is the end of last adventure. So this was the bit that was spoken to you. Just as you are making ready to leave, a dark shape glides across the face of a nearby asteroid. It is another ship. The new arrival resembles a giant spider, complete with long derelict legs and web-like rigging. Starlight gleams off its metallic hull as it creeps silently towards your vessel. "A night spider," shouts Captain Satel. "The Neogi were using this hulk as bait, and we've flown right into their web." And that was where we left it last time. So you are, just so you are aware, you are all on the Moondancer at the moment. Yeah, I think at the end of the last session, Captain Sartel had ordered her sailors to hack the joining ropes that were keeping the two ships together. And yeah, you can see this giant night spider ship turning round. It's at some distance at the moment. It's not in catapult or trebuchet range, but it is quite far off, and it definitely is coming towards the ship that you are on. So yeah, what would anybody like to do? Make peace, Sanctus says.
Yeah,
Let's make peace.
Maybe we all get in a circle.
Kumbaya.
And we should all pray for the best outcome, right, everybody?
Okay, it sounds like a good idea. I'm not really into praying, but we can try.
Across the Moondancer, you can see that ropes are being hacked to disconnect the ship from the derrick hull that you've been on, and Sartell is shouting out orders to get underway. She's ordering full rigging, and she's shouting to Flapjack, "Take us the flip out of here." Flip is a swear word in Spelljammer world, so you can guess what it would translate normally into English words.
Of course, yeah.
I'm going to try and help chopping these ropes.
Nice. Yeah. And so Solvar's going over to assist the sailors. What about anybody else? Sanctus, Perry, or Jennifer? What are you going to be doing?
Really can't really help too much. I can bless them with my word and my presence, but really, you know,
You're just taking a
Just gonna-
back seat.
honestly, I might just take a
nap.
rest. Well, you know, just think to myself a bit.
Is it
sit
possible,
down.
DM, is it possible to take a short rest here? No. So Sanctus, you're sort of like there, looking noble and very Sanctus, stood there watching the people run around you, trying to bring the moon dancer into action and sail away. What about Perry and Jennifer? What would be your actions?
Have we managed to? There was it a catapult that was on the stern of the moon dancer?
There was one. There was a trebuchet on it, and you tried to fix it. Is that the one that you're talking about?
I think that was on the back, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it has. Let me just get to my ship. Yeah, the one on the front has.
I know. I tried to tinker with it and come up with something, but I think I.
Well, no, it was actually blasted by the astral elves as they came in. Yeah, they have 2 ballistas on the back of the moon dancer. I'll move you across to the moon dancer ship, so you should be able to see.
If there was 2 ballistas, Pericles is going to sort of like see whether or not anybody else has gone to start getting them ready, and he's going to start making his way up there to help.
Okay, and Jennifer.
I have a question first off for Perry. You were using a crossbow, right? So you probably have a quiver of bolts visible.
Yes, on his belt, there's like a small crossbow quiver, but they're only hand crossbows, so they're only, and he's only 3 foot tall, so you've got to scale it down as well.
Gotcha. Okay.
Think
Well,
of
I'm
them like
gonna
a
stay close to him.
little dart.
I think that'll still work for potential plans. Yeah, I want to stay close to Perry.
Okay.
And wherever he's going to.
Okay.
So Perry's going up the stairs at the back to get onto the back, the
Jennifer
stern.
doesn't really care where.
Yeah,
She's just following behind you.
Okay. Is my internet connection all right?
Yeah, you cut out occasionally, but I find that.
Well, yours,
sessions.
Chugwugger, yours was very crackly for me, but Jennifer's wasn't. So I didn't know whether or not it was my end or somebody else's end. I haven't had an.
You've been stuttering randomly.
Okay, me.
Yeah.
Okay,
Have I been fine for you, Medivac?
Yeah, you've been fine. Yeah.
okay. So is it okay to? Is it all right to continue or too bad to continue?
No,
No,
I
it's
just
fine.
lose
Okay.
a word every now and again. That's
Okay.
it.
I'll watch it back on the VOD later on to see how bad it is. Okay, so yeah, so they Sol, you go off, and with your mighty axe, you quite easily start to hack through these ropes, and you notice Perry and Jennifer, when you get up to the ballistas on the back, there are some crew members up there. They don't look like they are completely au fait with the ballistas, but they do seem to be pulling back the firing, the drawstring back, ready to put some what appear to be giant bolts in place. You also notice that the sails billow up, and Sol, you actually notice that the ship actually, the Moondancer actually starts to pull away from the derelict ship even before the ropes are cut. And so when you actually chop the final rope, the whole of the ship almost like lurches as all of a sudden it's free from the moorings. Yeah, could you all make for me a standing up roll, acrobatics? Yeah, if you could all make an acrobatics, it's just easy. So it's 10 will be the DC. Oh, 15's popular. Oh, no, 3 15s in a row. Yeah, you sort of like lurch.
Sorry, guys.
Perry's
Yeah, 15.
Perry, with his low center of gravity, doesn't even feel the lurch at all, and the Moondancer pulls away, and you notice just as you do so that the Neogi ship comes into sight a little bit closer now. You're on visual perception range on it, and you can see that there's quite a flurry of people on there, and there seems to be
Humans.
well, they seem to be humans, but there also seems to be some gigantic beast stood on the deck. It's quite big, and it appears to have sort of like large mandible pincers in it. It seems to be being kept under control by the other pirates or the other commoners. I'm just going to bring it on so you can actually see what it actually looks like, because you might want to run. Let me just take that off so you can't see it. So I'll bring it on to this. People on the ballista, you should now be able to see it.
No, not yet. Oh, I know. Do I need to? I'm just scrolling around a bit.
Well, that looks like a
Oh,
friendly
yes.
fella.
Sorry. Yes. Oh, sorry. I was looking for another ship.
So
Is
that
it on our ship?
no, I've just moved it
all right.
across to your
Okay,
ship
yeah.
so you can see it. I'm
Can
just
you just move it slightly down to the left-hand side? Because I've got because the pillars there, I can only see. Put it in. Oh,
I've moved it down to the main deck now
right.
for the rest.
Can you put it down here, because I keep getting, because I've got the what do you call it, the masts. I've got black lines. The 2 places that you put it so far, I've had a black line. That's it. Thank you.
Yeah, or
I've
just
had a black line going.
or just move your character, your tokens
right.
slightly to one side.
All right.
Turns out I'm actually allergic to whatever that is, and I would like to avoid it.
Yeah, it seems to be almost like hulking at the edge, and it seems to be very keen. You notice that the other pirates are almost like holding it back. It seems to have some kind of chains on it. You, Sol, you see it as very much probably like a bit like a shock trooper. That sort of like rushes on and does a whole amount of damage with everyone coming on afterwards. but it's definitely looking, the whole ship is looking to board. And Captain Sartell is giving frantic orders. And you probably notice that the ship goes from being, it doesn't seem to go from stationary up to max speed because it was moving slightly before. It's quickly jumping off. It looks like Sartell is going to make a run for it rather than engaging with it. That's not on the deck at the moment, but if anybody would like to do anything in the time being, now is the time to say what you would like to do.
Pericleus wants to give this barrister a once over, trying to work out how to. He's assuming it's going to be something like a crossbow. How to aim it, fire it. Can I make maybe investigation or intelligence or something?
Either one would be fine.
To get an idea. I will just roll an investigation.
Yeah, you figure out that you put the bolt in, point it in a general direction, and then release the trigger, which is holding the string back, and that would fire the dart or the quarrel. Okay. Very similar to your own crossbow
I have any
bolt.
Idea on sort of like ranges of it or anything like that?
No, you're totally, you're not familiar with these. You will also, if you wish to fire it, will be firing at a disadvantage. Because you're not too sure of these. You don't have any previous experience of any of these.
Okay, do the other people who are loading it and making it ready at the moment, does it look like they're going to
roll an insight score? Roll.
Yeah, 10.
Oh, I thought you were going to get above 20 for everything then. Yeah, they seem to be moving with fluency. They seem to know what they're doing, but you're not too sure whether or not they are used to firing this or not at the moment.
Okay.
Jennifer, you're up there as well. What would you like to do?
Well, most of my defenses are better if the enemy's a lot closer. So I'm just trying to keep cover and stay close to Perry in case we start getting boarded.
Okay, yeah, nice one. And Sanctus, you're still stood in the middle of the deck, probably by the mast of the Moon Dancer, looking around, making sure, looking quite noble, I have to say, as if you're.
I'm gonna start doing some stuff. I'm probably gonna start. I'll start doing like some sort of sermon right now to kind of get people all riled up and ready.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I don't know what you want me to. Can I roll performance for that?
Yes, by all means. Yeah, you start off on your sermon and sort of like you notice that. You look skyward with your eyes closed for the first bit, and when you look around expecting the multitude of people to be gazing at you and being totally captivated by your words, you look around and no one is sort of like even paying a blind bit of attention to you. They're all busy doing their jobs at the moment. Sol, what would you like to do?
I'm just going to be staring at this thing across the distance, the gap between, with my axe in my hand, just waiting. And as we pull away, there'll be a slight sad look on my eye as we're getting further away from it.
Oh, yes.
A
bit disappointed.
Yeah, indeed. So, yeah, that's it, really.
Okay, and at the end of that round, the first boulder from the trebuchet comes flying across, and remember you've got an air bubble round your ship, and you see it coming flying across the space and then entering it. It actually crosses your bow across the front of the ship, and it sort of like misses all together, and you hear Sartell shout to Flapjack, who suddenly brings the ship around. So instead of being flanked next to the pirate ship, it is now sort of like got the base of the back of the boat, the stern facing them, which actually brings into a firing arc of the back ballistas. Perry and Jennifer, you fine to let the sailors fire away, or do you want to intervene at all?
Can I ask a couple of quick questions? What so there's like a catapult on there. Can I see the catapult, and is there anything else? Is there any other weapons on it that we can see?
Yeah, hang on. I'll just need to pull up the stats for the ship. This was the one. So it has a trebuchet flanked by 2 ballistas, and on the back of the deck it has another 2 ballistas as well.
Okay. Right. Okay. Pericles is going to take control of one of the ballistas, and he's going to try to aim it.
Okay then.
At the approaching ship. He doesn't want to target the ship. He wants to try to aim for one of the people that's holding the chain of this beast.
Okay, yeah. Okay, then.
To help with this, I was wondering with my performance, I'm also wondering if I can approach Pericles, put a guiding hand on his shoulder, and cast guidance on him to help with his role.
You will be able to do this next round, but he's actually up on the forecastle. I know his token's right next to you at the moment, but he's up at the top. Yes, so roll for me a d20. You will be at disadvantage, so roll it twice, and we're taking the lowest one.
D20. That's the first one. That's the second one.
Yeah, so you release the trigger, and you feel that you've got it aimed in the general direction as the ship moves round, and you sort of like come forward, and you reach down, you fire, you release the bolt as the person sort of like next to you goes, no! You know, as you fire the bolt across, and it sails through wild space, and it doesn't hit the ship. It definitely doesn't hit the chain, which is a tiny target miles away.
No, not the chain, the person that was holding it.
Yeah, well, still a tiny target far away, and it just goes wide. The other ballista fires at the same time as they come round, and that sort of like gets towards the ship, and sort of like whacks into the side of it. And you, Jennifer, you can see from where you are that these people are quite proficient in firing these ballistas, and they're frantically now they're trying to get you out the way, Perry, as they're trying to reload this, and the same as the front. The other one, they're trying to.
Perry will use his movement after he's fired to get out the way, and he sort of like puts his hands up to show that although his shot would have been on target, it's obviously something wrong with the actual ballista itself.
So Sanctus, now is the time that you can move up to the forecastle deck if you wish for your guidance.
Which side is that? Is that over here?
If you want to move up, I'll move you. I'll move your
Yeah.
token up. And
Go
then,
ahead and move me up if you want to. I don't know which send because it's all.
can you see it now?
There we go. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just end it with and Lathander must guide you. I'll put a hand on his shoulder and see if I can help him out. It's essentially just adds a 1d4 to his roll.
Yeah, nice.
Might help. Where's the layout? I'll just roll a 1d4.
Yep.
I guess. Yeah, that'd be the best.
It's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth it. Sol, what would you... Sol, can you give me a perception check, please?
Certainly. I see things.
Yeah, you do. And the reason I asked for it is because you're very concentrating on the night spider at the moment and looking over, and you actually, something moves in your peripheral vision. And being almost like combat trained to be able to react, you definitely think this is worth a look. And you can see that far off, approaching very quickly, appears to be two other spelljammer ships. They are galleons like the one that you are on at the moment, and they seem to be working together. One is not chasing the other. They seem to be in formation as they approach you from the direction you were heading towards, if that makes sense.
Yeah, indeed. In which, once I see them, I'm going to shout, "Captain, there's two more ships coming from over there."
Yeah, and Sartell was really busy with the crew and everything like that and making sure everything was going. And she sort of like listens, notices you shouting and looks over. And she turns to you both and she just says, "Head for the ships, Flapjack." And there's a sudden burst of speed as if somebody's just turned on the nitrous oxide as the moon dancer flies off a little bit faster to the two approaching ships. And as these two ships approach, you notice that the pirate ship, when everybody up at the top is reloading, you notice that the pirate ship is actually making an arc and heading off away into the asteroid field where it went before.
That was a close one. But luckily, we were all favored by the Thunder.
I think it was my warning shot.
Mm-hmm. Your warning shot that was definitely helped by my guidance of the Thunder. You're right.
So the space galleons appear to be familiar to Sartell, and she seems to be waving and making contact with the two ships. And as one of them, the stalwart, comes up alongside and your air bubbles merge, you notice that it's a Githyanki buccaneer who's actually on the ship. And some of you will not have seen a Githyanki before. You will have done, Sanctus.
Mm-hmm.
But let me see if I can find you a nice token, everybody, so you can see what it is. I've got a whole page full of tokens. You can guarantee the one, I bet it doesn't give me the one that I actually need. Anyway, if not, I will describe it to you in a second. Oh, here we go. Let me just cut and paste this onto your ship. This is today Captain Davik coming on now. I'll try not to put him behind a poster for a poll for everyone. Can you all see that? I'll just give you a little bit more information, since this is the first time that you're actually encountering these sort of people. So they, you notice, I wonder whether or not I can just nick a picture. And this, I shouldn't really do this, shouldn't I? But I'm going to try and do it. So they are actually, they look almost like green elves from you as you look at them. They can be people who work in deep space. They the Sanctus, you know that they have been known to worship quite unfortunate deities as well.
The worst.
Yeah, let's see if it...
Heathens.
Yeah, I'll send you a picture of it later. I think I can upload it. And he sort of like comes on into the deck and does that forehand clasping handshake with Sartell, if you know what I mean. They seem to know each other and seem to be familiar with each other, and they sort of like talk about it being a close encounter, and that it was time that they needed to head off to the Rock of Bral. And you hear Sartell talking about this idea that she's got an escort now, and so which is absolutely fantastic. I'm going to put some little pictures of them in the deck. I'll just make them a little bit bigger so you can see that. Can you see those?
Mm-hmm.
I'll just put a little picture in Discord as well for you.
Brilliant, thank you.
Mm.
Okay, so the...
That was sexy.
Yeah, very much so. I'm just going to move you back to the main page to reduce my lag slightly, because the maps seem to provide me with a huge amount of lag. Yeah, and they start to talk and chatter, and they seem to be very familiar with each other and almost like past sailing partners, maybe, or something like that. There's an opportunity for you to do anything that you wish to do. They seem to be giving you an escort to the rock, and I'll show you a picture of in a second. But yeah, is there anything that you would like to do or say as you head towards Rock of Bral?
How long is it going to take us to get there? Because I'd like to have a rest.
Yeah. So no matter what, you're going to have before the next part of the action, you're going to be able to all have a long rest. So that'll be fine. So I think that's like 12 hours or something like that. or 6 hours. So you can all have a long rest so you can grab back anything that you need. So yeah, don't worry about that. That is absolutely fine. Anything else that anybody else would like to do?
Probably one evening after we've completed our jobs on the ship, and after our evening meal, and we're all sat down, Pericles wants to spend a bit of time and talk to the rest of them about what he's learnt from Flatjack about spell jamming. Sanctus probably knows maybe a lot about spell jamming, but Jenny and Sol and Ty, like Pericles, will have absolutely no idea of what we've gotten into. As usual with Pericles, he goes off on several tangents and he visualizes about certain aspects of what he's talking about, but it only takes him a couple of hours to basically go over the information that he's got, and it's made easier with Jennifer's bare necessity as well, which helps the information get taken in. So the information that he gives is basically that the ship that they are traveling on and those that they've encountered so far are called spell jamming vessels. And we're traveling through something known as wild space, which in essence is just an airless void that contains numerous celestial bodies, suns, planetoids, asteroids, and nebula, things like that. The interesting thing is that the spelljamming vessels are powered by a magical device called a helm, which converts magical energy into motion, but only motion. So you still need some form of way of maneuvering the vessel. So sails, oars, fins, wings, anything that allows you to maneuver it. Only spellcasters and creatures with innate magical powers can use the helms, and they're essentially providing the power for the vessel, sort of almost like a living engine. And when using the helm, the person still retains their physical senses, but will also feel like the ship itself and the bubble of air around it is also part of them. So they can actually see anything that's happening within that. They can see what's happening on deck, below deck. Very, very interesting. Pericles goes off on various tangents on that. He finds that absolutely amazing. So even if a fight broke out or the cook was burning the biscuits, everybody would eat, the helmsperson would actually would know about it. Now, the most important thing, though, which he stresses, is that anybody who is a spellcaster and tries to take control of the ship via the helm will lose their ability to cast spells until they've rested.
Okay.
So that's the most important thing. So if Jennifer or myself or Sanctus was to sit on the helm to pilot a ship, they would lose all abilities to cast their spells until they've had a rest.
All right. Does that mean that someone who's like really good at casting spells can make the ship go faster?
He doesn't know.
All right. Maybe with a guiding light of Lathander, maybe we can, figure out that highway to salvation. These green guys who saved us, kind of some weirdos, gonna be honest.
Yeah.
They kind of believe in some weird stuff. So I'll just give you a heads up, guys. Don't get too close. If you guys get into like a weird back corner in the closet, stay away from them. Don't spend too much time with them, all right? Kind of, they're known to be heathens, if you know what I mean.
Pagans.
Oh.
Yeah.
Pagans.
Yeah, we consider them barbarians as naturally holy folk, but whatever.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Is there anybody else want to do anything else while you're flying towards the rock?
Is it going to take us a few days to get there?
We're probably talking hours rather than days.
Oh, right. Okay. Right.
I do kind of want to go over something. So in our last battle, we have the issue of being separated. I think for now on, if we go somewhere, we should try to stay in the same group. To make things easier, I've considered making a connection between all of us through Lathander, of course. And that connection allows me to, if I feel like it, switch you guys around instantaneously. So I essentially use our big guy here. I smack the big barbarian on the shoulder. I'm going to make sure he takes the blunt of most damage. So just make sure you understand that's how the battle plans are going to work from now on. Got it.
There's an issue with that in the fact that my friend Sol, he tends to run towards danger, whereas I tend to run towards those who need help.
Right. Yeah, that's those are opposite and opposing ideas, which could make things difficult. But I think as long as you guys stay within, not too far from me, we can try to figure this one out. But yeah, I think as long as let's take a rest, guys. A little bit of fun. When we get to where we're going, wherever that is, because no one's really told me. Maybe we can try to spread the word and maybe make some, dough.
Dope, did you say?
Dough.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm going to reach down my hand. Quite impressed how he's been able to pat me on the shoulder and just ruffle Sax's hair a little bit, and just say, just remember, Sax, just don't stand in front of me when I'm swinging my axe.
Always
Otherwise, we'll have two of you.
Yeah, I would also hate that. So that works out. We're on the same page there. I'm gonna go in the corner here, make sure the weird, creepy green guys don't get near me. I'm gonna kind of focus with myself and try to get a one-on-one with Lathander.
Yeah,
I have got one more thing to discuss. We found a whole load of money on the other ship, and I was thinking that as you know, when we had to hastily leave the place where we were, there was also a lot of refugees that we took on the Moon Dancer, and I was well, they've lost everything, and they're going to be going on to the Rock of Bral with absolutely nothing. At least we have our skills that we can rely on to earn coin if needs be. I mean, we probably all got coin available. Well, I was thinking it might be nice to take that money and divide it among those who need it. At least they would have enough for food and shelter for a few days.
So you're suggesting that once we get to the next stop, instead of just allowing these people enjoy their second chance, we give them the money that we were able to achieve.
I was merely saying that I will be giving my share out, and before I divide it into little piles for each person, whether or not anybody else would like to do the same.
Yeah.
I did do a quick calculation when I was gathering the coins. It comes to 6 gold pieces, 9 silver pieces, and 4 copper pieces each.
Or just need money for food.
I
Oh,
think I'll be able to spare just a little bit of my copper pieces. I think I can really make that work for the rest of us.
What should I put you down for, Sanctus? Well, I'll just do the
This many?
3.
Copper pieces.
Copper? Fine, 3 silver. 3 silver, right? 3 silver.
No, that's very charitable of you. 3 silver pieces. Thank you.
You know, just to kind of push the light forward. Sanctus is gonna go to the corner and go into his little trance so that way he can get his long rest.
Sanctus and Jennifer and Perry, if you wish, could you roll Arcana checks for me, please?
Ooh, baby. I can
Oh,
absolutely do some rolling.
I know a little bit about magic, but not a lot.
I'm a magic guy. I don't know.
Does Perry want to roll?
Yeah, sorry, I hadn't. I've got 2 tabs open, and I roll it, and if it hasn't finished rolling the dice, and I switch back to roll 20, it doesn't send the result through, so I have to go back.
Okay, so you had 2 items that you actually got from the last ship.
Oh yeah.
So the scroll in the black metal tube actually has a scroll of Wall of Force on it. And the iron stone, the little stone that you had, holds a single casting of the shields spell. That's what both of those are housing at the moment.
When you say single casting, we won't know. Is it just a one-off done?
It has.
It's not daily, or
no, it's as a one-off, but the stone can be used to place spells in at a later date. So once it's empty, you could actually place something in there, so you've got it ready to cast in addition to your normal spell slots.
Okay.
That's really good.
Okay, anything else, people? Are you happy to move on?
So
Out of character,
what
can I
gold
ask
did
a question about the stone with it having a spelling? Can anybody cast it, or is it a?
I'm not too sure off the top of my head, but I would.
Okay.
What-
It doesn't matter. I mean,
What was Sol? What
just to know.
was yours? Were you going to ask something?
No, I was just going to ask, what was the money we had? Was it 6 gold?
If once you've divided it among, it comes to, there was 23 gold pieces and 117 silver pieces, so it's 6 gold, 9 silver, and 4 copper each.
So Salt will give 4 gold for the pot towards the refugees.
Oh, thank you.
Thank
No.
you.
He just needs money for food and an ale.
Very, very generous.
Nice.
Pericles pats you on your thigh.
I don't much like the feeling of metal, so I don't want any part of these coins. I can grow my own food.
I thought you were going to say you could
And not
grow.
burn.
So you're going to give all of it?
Yep, I want nothing to do with your gross metal coins.
That's
I
very
think in the
kind of you.
future we should just like limit what we give to him, so that way we can just, the ones that really deserve more of the money.
Well, everybody
Which would be
deserves
the
them.
rest of here. I may not want the coins, but I like the purpose that you're using them for, Perry.
So, any money that we get, I mean, we can ask Ty when he's here, but any money that people give, then we'll make sure that's divided up among the refugees before we leave the.
And this is where we find out in a few weeks' time that Pericles has a big bag of gold and has been given them a PC.
Give to them. It's fine, guys. It's fine. I'll give them.
But
They're
I'll
all
do it.
deserving.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, I bet you wish you'd made a deception check there. An insight.
Okay, so as you're busy sorting out gold, etc., anybody who can read magic can cast the scroll. I'm not finished. I haven't read up about the other stone at the moment. But however, you notice something looming in front of you, and it seems to be a city that is built on top of a gigantic asteroid. And just before I give you the description of what happens as you approach it, I am going to share with you a picture.
ooh,
Yeah, can you see it?
yeah, it's definitely a giant asteroid thing.
Okay then. Sunlight illuminates the rooftops and spires of a city built across the top of a gigantic asteroid. The asteroid's underside has structures on it as well, including fortresses and giant sails. So I'm just going to share that with you now. So that's the top half that you've got at the moment. Okay, and I'm going to share with you the bottom half as well. So you should be able to see both of them now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wooden docks protrude from one end of the asteroid, and a variety of ships are moored there. Space-dwelling fish scatter in front of you as your ship adjusts its heading until the docks are straight ahead and level with the ship's main deck. Pier workers stand ready to catch ropes and tie off the ship as it glides along one side of the dock and slows to a stop. Captain finishes giving orders to her crew, and a gangplank is lowered, and people tend to start milling around. And Captain Sartell comes up to you all as a group and says, "Well, chaps, welcome to the Rock. This is where we part ways."
You have been very generous, and well, yes, we would like to thank you sincerely for all your help that you've given us and bringing us this far. We hope that we've earned our keep as we've been traveling with you.
She turns to Sol at this and sort of like punches you in your abs and sort of like says, best group of moppers I've ever had, she says.
I got on tried real good.
Yeah.
Now, playfully slap her on the back. Not too hard.
And she sort of like does stagger a bit, but she smiles and laughs once she's regained her composure. And
Pericles is going to reach into his tunic, and he's going to take out the moonstone ring that we was it moonstone or bloodstone ring that we found on the other
stone, yeah.
And he's going to look to everybody else, and he's going to say, I think we all can all agree that we would like you to have this as a way of saying thank you for
She sort of like picks it up and she holds it up to the light and says, "Wow," she says, "where did you find this?"
It was on the other ship.
On the derelict ship?
Yes.
Was there any other interesting items on the other ship?
Just this guy. No.
Is Sanctus saying that?
No, I don't want to be.
Sanctus has just looked at his deception roll and thought, "No, I'm not going to."
No.
Pericles will say, "Well, there was some coinage, which we thought we would give to the poor people in your hold, so that they would at least be able to eat and find lodgings for the first week until they managed to find.
She says that's a really noble gesture. However,
Too mobile, maybe.
However, really and truly, I know you're not familiar of the ways of wild space, but normally when derelict ships are ransacked or looted, normally it comes to the captain of the other vessel for sharing, shall I say.
I quite understand.
So thank you for the ring. Was there anything else?
Yes, there was a scroll case, a breastplate, I do believe, and this small stone as well.
Are you handing her the items or just describing them?
I'll show them.
And yeah, she reaches down and takes the black scroll case and sort of like undoes the end, and she sort of like sees the scroll inside, and she pulls that out and discards it and says, oh, make a fine price with this. This will, and she sort of like, you see her quickly thinking. She says, this will bring a lot of money to go towards the poor people on this ship. And she looks at the breastplate and she says, don't want anything to do with that. And she said, you can keep that. And she looks at the iron, the stone, and says, oh, yes, this'll do nicely. I can probably sell this and give the people a lot more money for it. Well, was there any coinage?
Did say about the coinage to begin with.
I know she's asking.
All right. Have we already given it to the people in the hold or not?
I'm assuming that you've given whatever you were going to give them to them, but the rest of the money is separated between characters at the moment.
Yeah. So, So Pericles will say that he's given the coinage that he had to the people.
Was that all that was found? Normally there's some odd coinage lying around in these derelict ships.
He'll open up his, because he writes everything down on his parchment. So he'll unfold it and he'll say, there was in 23 gold pieces and 117 silver pieces in total. We divided it among 5, which became to 4, which go anyway 6 gold pieces, 9 silver pieces, and 4 copper pieces, of which myself and Jennifer kindly gave our share to the poor people who had lost everything, and Sanctus very kindly gave 3 silver pieces, or 4. Was it 3 or 4 silver pieces of your?
It was 3, but it really felt like
3
4.
silver pieces, and
felt like 4 as it was ripped out of your heart.
And my big friend here generously donated 4 gold pieces.
And she sort of like looks at you all. She says, and I'm not saying correct amounts here, but you hopefully can get what I'm saying. She says, yeah, well, that's quite remarkable, because 23 gold pieces minus the people that you shared them out probably will cover your voyage, about 5 gold pieces each. Seems fair.
Excellent. Yes.
Yes.
So
if someone doesn't want that heavy metal, they can feel free to split it some more.
So she will take 5 gold pieces from each of you.
I don't have 5 gold pieces anymore.
Because you gave it all to
the poor people.
Yeah. And
yeah.
she says, she sort of like says to you, she says, so I'll let you off there because you did some real good work with the deckhands.
Thank you, Mom.
Yeah, you are welcome to join my skivvies anytime again. To be quite frankly, she says, I am going to miss you, but I'm looking forward to have that puking elf off my ship.
He's not very good with his sea legs, even in here in space.
Yeah, and she sort of like laughs, and she sort of like says, now she says about your planet.
Are you able to rebuild it?
Well, she says, I do know somebody who, well, and forgive me, Master Sanctus, who has clashed with the astral elves in the past, and who might be able to help you on your next move. He might know some information about what's going down here.
Well, would you be willing to?
His name is Commodore Krux. He's a GIF, and he normally can be found at the Happy Beholder, a popular tavern in the town. Now she says, before I let you loose on the Rock of Bral, there's something you need to be aware of. This is a pirate's refuge. Although there are people controlling the various parts of the rock, there is no, shall we say, law keeping.
Damn.
So
those laws.
Be careful out there. There's lots of people with lots of information and with money to spare. It's very easy to put a price on people's heads.
Could you maybe give us directions to this happy beholder?
Yeah, and she tells you where. Have you got your map open?
I have not, but I can do.
It's actually in the middle city, just off from the great market. If you've got the great market there. Does your map have the
I've just got the Smiths. Is it? What is it? Whereabouts is
Oh,
it? The Great Market.
Yeah, which is just in front of the. It's just off there.
Yeah. Okay.
Think.
It's yeah. That's fine. It's just yeah. Right.
So you will have some labels on.
Mm-hmm.
There will be other. These are sort of like the main areas that Captain Sartell sort of like points out to you, so you're familiar to it. Pretty soon after that, you're moving off the ship. You're saying,
Did she just drop the scroll, by the way? Did she just take this case?
Yeah, she just wanted the case. She didn't
We'll
want
pick up
anything.
the scroll.
Yeah,
we'll put it in a scroll case. Pericles has got a scroll case. He'll put it in.
So you disembark. You take any of your belongings. You take say your bond farewells from people. Jennifer, the cook sort of like comes up to you, if you remember the cook, and sort of like hovers nearby and sort of like says, "Thanks."
It means a lot for you to say that to me. I appreciate your accepting me as a good worker in your.
He says, "Well, don't get carried away. It was just a thank you Well, it didn't mean anything in any case, but, custom, tradition, no bad words need to be left between us. And yeah, good luck.
Thank you.
I just
Thank
want
you,
to
sir.
point out to anyone looking at the map, in the middle of the map is a giant circus, which is actually kind of funny.
Where's this? Sorry.
Look in the middle map. You can tell it's a circus because there's a giant red and
I stripe thing. Yeah, I got. Yeah.
You can definitely tell it's a circus.
That is Barnum's Circus. Just so you know, the Greatest Showman is there. Okay.
Sounds fun.
So you your choice now is that you're free to spend the rest of the day perusing around the rock. And then at the end of the day, you can go and see if you can find the Happy Beholder, or if you prefer, you can travel straight to the Happy Beholder and see if you can find Commodore Krux. So yeah, what's going to be the plan? Do you want to have a look around first and then go to the tavern, or head straight to the tavern now straight away? What's going to be? It's about 9 o'clock in the morning, you figure.
As someone who's we have some time, and someone who essentially had all of his stuff stolen from him and was locked up for a few weeks, I probably want to personally clean myself up and maybe even purchase some of the things that were taken from me, or repurchase them, so that way I can spread the word of Lathander to all of the helpless citizens of this place.
That sounds absolutely fine. The Happy Beholder might have rooms to spare for hire, but you can probably find another tavern. The Happy Beholder is not the only tavern on Brawl, but it's up to you. What would you prefer to do? Find accommodation elsewhere, or camp out at the Happy Beholder?
Is the Happy Beholder like the crappy?
It's known as the most popular tavern.
I'll go. Yeah, if it's a popular tavern, yeah, I'll stay there.
Yeah.
My mission would be I want to create get a whole bunch of things of lotion that I can put Lathander symbol on top, or candles, just a whole bunch of little knickknacks. Resell.
I thought you meant hand lotion.
That too, yeah, pretty much.
You're going to be giving out free massages or something? Is this?
No,
it's like a sideline.
I'm just gonna bless them up and resell them as something that's going to benefit the wrinkles and and really defy the natural age of everyone.
Nice.
Yeah.
It puts the lotion on its skin.
Yeah. And then it gets less again.
Okay, so just as Sanctus is buying all his massage components ready to lube,
candles and little
to make a peaceful environment, we are going to take a quick break there, go off and grab some more hot drinks for my throat and something to eat for the people who are getting close to that time. We will be back at 1:45. So about 15 minutes, and then we'll be back. Okay, so please go away, stretch your legs, get something to eat and drink, and we will see you in 15 minutes. So you're busy doing your usual stuff. Sanctus, you've bought a variety of lotions and holy items, and you make your way to the Happy Beholder. And the first thing that you notice, even though it's about 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon, that the tavern is open and seems to be doing a roaring trade as you walk in. So I'm just going to move you now. Oops, hang on.
Does that mean people are in there trading things, or do they just having a fun time in there?
They seem to be drinking, interacting with people. Can everybody see it now?
Yeah.
Now, as you go in, I'm assuming that one of you might talk to the bar person and ask about Commodore Krux, and he's pointed out to you. I've put him on the picture. Can you see that? Can you see where?
Yeah.
You said Commodore Krux is an astral elf as well, right?
No, he's
It
a
was
GIF.
a GIF.
GIF. Okay.
And GIFs are half hippos.
Or randomly
Oh.
changing pictures.
Yes, I got that one. See, I got that one. Sometimes I do get them. I'm just loading up a picture that I can show you.
What we'll probably do is when we go to the bar keep, the tavern keeper, we'll inquire about rooms and see whether or not we can find accommodation here, and then we can store our other gear.
Okay, can you see that picture?
Has he got a parrot?
He does have a parrot, yeah.
Nice.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Weird. It's crazy they were able to find a jacket to fit him, but
Yeah. It probably does a wraparound thing. Just
Tarp.
a tarp, yeah. Just out of interest, he seems to be, he looks as if he's been there for a long time. He has several sort of like empty tankards around him, and he seems to be slumped over, even though it's about 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And the barmaid goes over to sort of like pick them up, and he sort of like quickly puts his hand over his current one, and you can hear him saying, you can hear him sort of like in muttering to what you think is the parrot. And he's sort of like, you love me, don't you, parrot? You love me. And the parrot's going, parrot loves, like this, backwards and forwards. Yeah, you can get rooms here, and there's going to be an evening meal served as well. Hot stew it is, with bread bits.
Okay, so
delicious.
We'll probably get, well, Pericles will anyway. He'll get a room for. Do you have to pay nightly or weekly, or well, you get a room for a night anyway, and then he's going to once he's got stuff stowed away, he's coming back down into the tap room. He'll go up to the barman and he'll say, "May I ask what Commodore Krux's his beverage of choice is?"
So now, if you remember, I said a bar person.
All right.
And that's even probably exaggerating it, because as you go to the bar for the first time, a large spherical creature with eye stalks and a watchful central eye tends to the bar in this establishment. And you notice that filling one side of the table meant for 6 is a broad-chested, hippo-headed man with a green parrot perched on his shoulder. And the haggard figure squints at you all over the top of this enormous tankard as you go in. And the happy beholder says to you, he just drinks ale, and sort of like moves around, and the bar woman sort of like gestures to a tankard of ale on the bar.
Pericles is going to order and pay for 2.
Yeah, cool. Now, just Ty and your fire spirit are just up by the fire, for no other reason, Jennifer, as just to keep them out of the action. They're not actually there, you know. So, but they're just in the room if you need them. Yeah. So, can you all move your characters?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll also purchase a room so I can drop off my things.
Yeah.
Really set up shop.
Yeah. Do a quick sign to go on the bedroom door.
Yeah, maybe.
Holy massages given here.
It's actually kind of, it's more of like, it's called
I don't want to know. I don't want to. I honestly do.
Before going over to Commander Cook,
Commodore
Krux, and everybody's there, Pericles will say in a quieter voice, how do you want to play this?
We should be direct and to the point.
Oh, agreed. Yes. We won't embellish the truth at all. No, that goes without saying.
We have a game plan.
What if and hear me out, this just seems like a lost soul that needs to be saved.
What?
What if deep inside that he's a lost soul that needs to be saved, and maybe I can help lead him to salvation? I'm just saying,
salvation would
like,
be
we don't have to like do that like direction immediately, but maybe we can help him out. And,
maybe we could try to save our world first, and then his soul after.
Yeah.
You see those two
I like
separate
that
things.
one.
I see that as the same thing to me, but
the beholder is called Large Luigi, by the way, just if you.
Large Luigi.
That's an Italian porn star, right? No.
I wouldn't know, Captain. I really would not know.
If we do it that way, would you also be saving all the souls on our planet as well as the soul of Commodore Krux?
Yes, I can probably do that. So yeah, that'd be good. That seems like a good route. Yeah.
So honesty.
And
to the point.
Yes.
It seems like the best idea to me.
And sometimes maybe bribery could help too, but that's up to you guys.
Spokesperson?
Me?
Agreed.
I'm very, very charismatic. So
Yeah, but do you trust him? That is the question.
Let's just say I can play a role, right? I've back in divinity school, I was in my 3-man stage troupe where we did a lot of plays. So I know how to play the role. Okay?
I take it we filled Sanctus in on everything that's happened on our planet and what we're, what's happened.
I'm assuming so, yeah.
And what we're Pericles is excellent.
Would you be able to summarize that? Because I don't think Captain Kangaroo really knows what's happening on your planet outside of the whole like
the
seed
thing,
thing,
shouldn't you?
I really should
have. That's what the VODs are for.
Sanctus knows. Captain Kangaroo.
Okay, so basically, we were our world was, we assume, but may not be, destroyed by these crystal vines, which were done by your people who were trying to get convert energy to power their planet, I do believe. And there's this big battle plan where they're going and doing everything, and we want to stop them and bring them to justice.
Okay,
that's in a nutshell.
That's roughly, yeah. Okay, yeah. I got it.
Pericles will hand Sanctus one of these mugs of ale and say, I purchased this for him as an opener.
Okay, I'll approach.
We'll all go
with what? Yeah. Well. Okay. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Let's do this. As I approach, excuse me. Are you Commodore Krux by chance?
Is Sol staying there on purpose, or have you forgot to move him?
I have forgot to move him.
That's all right. I didn't know whether or not you would do.
as well.
Yeah. So yeah. So Sanctus, are you putting the tankard on the table for him?
Yeah, I'm offering.
Yeah, and
I'll have my own tankard as well.
yeah, he sort of like looks at the tankard and then looks up at you, and promptly pushes his chair back, and stands up and says, "It's a flipping Astra elf, Luigi. What you doing, letting Astra elves in here?"
Hey! I've come in peace. Okay, it's literally my domain.
He sort of like the
You've
parrot.
been waiting to use that.
Yeah. The parrot flies over off his shoulder, off Commodore's shoulder, and he reaches for his pistol in his belt.
Hey! I come in peace. I promise you. We're literally here to actually solve the problem of my race and not necessarily.
You're one of them. You're a spy.
No,
Luigi, you let a flipping spy into the Beholder Inn.
If you ask my friends here, they'll tell you they actually saved me from imprisonment by my own people. My people and I don't really see eye to eye.
It's very true that.
Yeah, Pericles is going to sit up on the stool that he's on, 3 foot, and he's going to say, "Yeah, so Sol is correct. He was in a cell."
So Sanctus, make first of all an influence roll with disadvantage
I'll do it twice.
because you're an Astra elf.
That's racist.
Yep.
Influence.
Is it,
I want to see insight, intimidation, and investigation.
oh, is it persuasion in this game?
Oh, it might be, yeah. But the persuasion. Okay.
Yeah.
So first roll. Ooh, sexy. Second roll. Lamely.
Yeah, so he's sort of like
John used inspiration.
oh yes.
Pardon?
You've got an inspiration as well if you have to re-roll that last one.
Yeah, and take the highest one, yeah.
I like to reroll it, yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Persuasion. Okay.
Come on. Can't be worse than a 9.
Oh.
Yeah, and you're with what you other people were saying as well, that was probably how the inspiration was fed into it. And he sort of like looks at you, Sanctus, and he's sort of like, "Listen, pretty boy, if it comes push to shove, I'll blow your ears off with this."
And I understand, but our mission is to fix the problem my racist goals.
Yeah, and as he comes back to the table, he sits down and says, "And you smell funny."
That's fair. I'm pretty confident I haven't showered in a few weeks.
No, he says, you smell quite sweet, like lavenders and poppies.
That's Lathander's famous lavender infused anti-aging cream. I do kind of bathe myself in that.
And he sort of like looks around at the rest of you, and as he settles back down, the parrot comes down and lands on his shoulder once more.
The peace offering, I pushed forward the ale that was purchased by Pericles.
And he sort of like looks at it and says, "You haven't gobbed any of this or anything, have you?"
I promise. It was the most delicious ale I've ever tasted.
Sanctus, roll a insight roll for me, please. And Jennifer, you can do one as well.
Ooh, come on,
I'm very good at insight.
No, it's so crappy. I rolled a 1.
Jennifer, you pick up, mainly because you're used to brewing this stuff, that you think Commodore Krux has been drinking for the majority of the day up to this point. There's definitely a smell of alcohol on his breath. and all the
I'd like to
discarded
use this
tank.
information. I'd like to suggest then, just kind of absently, like out loud, I wonder if you could beat this elf in a drinking contest.
He's sort of like,
Surely you could beat an elf, right?
he says, anybody could beat an elf. I could beat an elf with this parrot could build and beat an elf.
I'm not much of a drinker per se.
Yeah, he could probably
if I
easily
have
beat
to,
you.
can I drink wine? Maybe.
Oh, ale.
Wine?
Luigi, ale. We're having a drinking game here.
Zinfandel, but okay.
I mean, if somebody was to bet money on this, I would definitely not go with the elf.
Don't go with the Ponzi elf.
No, you definitely have to put money down on you. You look like you could outdrink him any day.
I could outdrink him, not a problem at all.
But what would happen if he could outdrink you?
What do you mean?
I don't know. That's such a weird situation. I mean, if he could outdrink you, surely, that might be worth something, yeah?
He says, why are you here in any case?
We should have gone direct.
So as you can tell, and as we probably everyone here knows, my race has been very mean lately, and I've been slowly trying to, absorb all of the energies of many worlds to power a certain star for their weapon. I'm trying to stop that. Personally, I think that everybody should have a chance to live, because if they live, they have more chance to have more money, and more money makes things better.
So we have a drinking competition, and then if I lose, which is highly unlikely, I tell you what I know.
Yeah.
But hang on. What about if I win?
Then I'll get a good payday because I'm betting all my money on you.
But what will I get if I win? I know. Mr. Elf Guy here has to stand on a table and tell us what a Ponzi is.
Yes, I would like to see that as well.
Well, I feel like I'm somehow
Without his robes. Without his robes.
I don't know if we want to see that.
Luigi, bring some tankards.
I don't think everyone here wants to see my holy symbol.
When all this is going on, Pericleus's attention on this thing that he drew from his belt and pointed at.
The pistol, yeah.
Yeah, well, Pericles, yeah. But so he's trying to work out what it is, and
he's actually got two of them. So you start looking at those. You probably won't be able to do any investigation checks until you've actually got hold of one. Okay then. So this is how we're going to play it, Mr. Sanctus. We are going to do checks. Okay. But the difficulty grade of it, or the number that we're going to get, is going to increase. So to start off with, it'll be trivial, then it'll be easy, then moderate, then hard, then very hard, and then nearly impossible. And as we go up those, both people must roll, and then we decide who goes through to the next round. If we both lose in a roll, then we'll see what happens.
Are these saving throws? What kind of checks are these?
Constitution, of course.
Constitution saving throws?
Yeah. Can
I help myself out on this one a little bit? Can I really get... I essentially... I'm going to use some...
He says, if you start uttering a prayer, he goes, unfair! Unfair! He's cheating!
Oi!
Woman! No cheating, surely.
Is he pointing at me or
Yes.
other bar wenches here?
No, you.
Okay. Well, okay. What I'll do is I'll send a puff of smoke in his face again with my druid craft. Like when I pretended to do a lie detector. It's a puff of shame. Just pff,
Yeah.
that's all I got.
So, Sanctus, if that's your name, bottoms up. Let's drink our first tankard. Down in one. What did they say in America? Or on pub, a stag nights or something? Is it? Or is it chug? Yeah. So there's this. There's sort of like people gathering round here for the first tankard. So just to let you know, Sanctus, your target number, your DC for this is 5. So you just have to get above 5. That's all you need. A 1 fails. No matter how many bonuses you've got, a 1 fails no matter what. For me as well. So yeah, DC 5 Constitution check. Go for it. Down goes the first tankard. Jennifer, do you want to bet money on this?
I don't have any money.
All right.
because
Wow.
to get off the ship.
I bet you wish that came up later on.
I do. But it's my first drink I've had in a few weeks. Why not?
Drink my sour.
He actually got just out of interest because it went straight to DM roll. His ability was a 7 and a 16, so it would have been the 7, but it 7 still succeeds. It still actually succeeds. I'm trying to find. I always forget to turn it off. All queries, never roll advantage, never whisper rolls. Okay, there we go. Okay, so first round done. Well done. There's various cheers going on. You seem to be gathering a crowd, Sanctus. And there's definitely Sol and Perry and Jennifer. You can see coinage being exchanged in hands behind Sanctus. And it looks like gifts the favourite. Would any of you 3 like to do anything before the next?
Yeah, Pericles wants to turn to Sol and say, will you mind keeping my seat for me? And he's going to, as this is going on, he's going to get up and he wants to go over to the bar, and he wants to be talking to the thing behind the bar.
Luigi.
Yeah, Luigi. Yeah.
And as he's walking away, I want to say, can you put 2 silver on the elf? And then I'll reach down and pick up the chair.
What's that again? What's
pick up the chair and hold on to it.
Holding a
chair?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's me to hold his chair.
Oh, got ya. I thought you were going to hit Sanctus. I thought you were going to go whack over it.
Silver on the elf. Damn.
Yeah. Right. Okay, then. Next round, DC is now 10. Mr. Sanctus.
I'll just be on the sidelines, just cheering on Sanctus. You got this. You're not just a pathetic.
Oh yes, somebody's actually going Sanctus, 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 like this. So there's. I've just had to refresh my roll 20 if you would. So there seems to be a growing crowd for the elf. Let me just open Commodore's sheet again. Okay, so this is his constitution check at 10. He gets an 8. which actually means that he fails it. And you probably think he's been drinking so much that he's out at this end of the round. And he sort of like staggers down. And he says, I started really early, and there's some groans of disappointment to Commodore Krux, and some cheers for you, Sanctus, as the winner, and there's some coinage taking place. Sol, you actually get 10 silver pieces back, which you from your bidding for your gamble. And he says, everybody's sorry, Perry, is there anything you wanted to talk to?
Yeah, well, when Perry went over to Luigi, he just wanted to ask how much Commodore Crux's weekly ale bill was.
Yeah, well, basically, he tells you that Commodore's in when the bar opens at the morning, and will be last one out and drinks all day.
Right.
Just to let you know, Sanctus, Commodore has a constitution of 17. So he's getting +3 to his roll. So I actually thought I had it in the bag. I really did think I had it in the bag there, but no, Sanctus triumphs again.
Some interesting
Yeah. So he sort of like turns to you and he says, so I expect you want information now.
Yes, I do. And I make a loud proclaimment. And if anyone else wants to learn how to drink like a god, feel free to reach out to me after all this. I got...
Yeah, this guy goes, I'll give it a go. And sort of like comes over to you and says, right, when are we going to do this?
Do what?
The drinking game.
I
challenge you.
I'll get back to you.
I'll sit there and wait.
Great. Sounds fantastic.
And he sort of like sits down and you, tell me what you're going to talk to Krux about.
Well, I think all of us at this point can pitch in, if everyone pitches. But
seems fair, yeah.
Yeah. Biggest thing is like, what do you know? Do you know like of a secret way we can maybe get in through like the Astral Elves fortress that maybe we can, sneak in and kind of sabotage the place? Or
nice, yeah. So that's sort of like, where are the Astral Elves? How can we get into them? Yeah. Anything else that Sol or Jennifer you want to put in this? Perry, you can put this in as well if you're coming back from the bar.
Yeah. Pericles had basically gone to the bar to as a contingency plan, just in case Sanctus lost the.
You didn't believe that Sanctus was going to win.
No, I like to.
You guys are not true believers, all right?
That's my
Sol was. Sol put money on you.
He did.
And Jennifer announced it. It was due to.
I had faith, but it was faith that was out loud, not faith.
Got it.
No.
I think as agreed, we honesty is the best way to go with anything. So we'll tell Commodore Krux exactly what's transpired up to now about our world being attacked by these vines and a whole load of thousands of millions of people dying, and how we want justice. And
he sort of like almost like looks knowingly at you and sort of like nods at each one of you speak.
Mm-hmm.
Then he says, A fleet of astral elf ships visited the Rock of Bral a few days before launching the attack on your world. The elves gave fair warning to various captains on the rock, urging them to steer clear of your world, lest their ships be fired upon. The elves undoubtedly left spies behind. That's why I was so aggressive to you, matey. You know, to make sure that their warnings were heeded. And he looks around the tavern. He says, I think it's probably best if we continue this chat on board my ship. What do you think?
Sounds like a grand plan to me. Is it a nice ship? Is there a bad?
Says, the second wind. Have you not heard of the second wind?
Oh, the second wind. Of course, I heard of it. We've all heard of that.
I haven't.
Pericles. Okay.
You
But
must
can you
know.
point us the direction of the ship, though.
It made the oh, I forgot the quote now. Kessler. It made the Kessler run in under 5 parsecs.
Yeah.
He says, come with me. He says, let's
If you
get
want to live.
Yeah, let's get to the ship. There, we don't know who is lurking here. I'm not kidnapping you. It's just probably a safer place to be.
I'll put the chair down.
I forgot you still had the chair up.
We'll of course, if he can provide answers to what we'll go with him. So even though we've booked a room, I'll
You don't think he's suggesting that you sail off today? He just thinks it's a better place to talk rather than in the
okay.
and
Can I make a when he's talking, when I've come back to the table, can I make an insight check to see whether or not he's being
yes, by all means,
truthful with that he wants us to come back to the ship for to help us out?
yeah, it sounds as if he wants you to come back to the ship to help you out. So you can see Commodore Krux there. You should be on a new map now with some streets.
Yep.
He's at the lead. You can get 2 abreast through, but you're following him. So if you'd like to put yourselves roughly where you would like to be behind him.
And Pericles is going to be really up close because he'll even try to occasionally walk by the side of him.
Okay.
And he wants to be making inquiries about the things that he's got on his belt.
Yeah. Okay then. So thank you. Sol. So,
but he probably occasionally gets ahead of him because Pericles has only got little legs, so he'll occasionally have to sort of like do one of those half, run for a bit to catch up, and then sort of like keep up with him. And
yeah, so you
Sol's in a building.
You are walking your way through, and you. There's very the streets seem to be quite busy, but the further you get to the dock, the less populated they become. And as you come round that corner, this where I'm pinging and looking up this street as well, and down here, you notice that the people are frantically trying to get out the way. People are closing their windows, putting the shutters on. And you almost like get this feeling that things are not going well. you know, as if something is coming. And
At this point, can I activate something, thinking that just in case?
yeah, well, you can tell me what you would like to activate.
With everyone here, all 5. Well, no, it should be 3 people. So hold on a second. I want to verify before I say dumb stuff. I think I just want to say it is bullying bond is 3. So I'll do it for the 3 helpers. I'll do it for. So it's a bullying
helper.
bond. Yeah. So I'll do it for both Jennifer, Pericles, and Saul.
Okay.
I'll do a bullying bond, which is just a 1d4, adds to their attack rolls and their saving throws.
Cool. Do you want to roll that 1d4 now so we know?
Yeah. Yes, I will.
No, is that just a one-off, or is that every time?
Oh, sorry. I don't know why I did it twice.
We'd take the first one. It's all right.
Yeah.
Did you hear that question from?
It's for 15 minutes, I think.
Yeah. Cool. So, as you come round that corner, you notice that in front of you, stepping out, seems to be 2 of what you know now to be astral elves. They seem to be in warrior garb. Visors are down, and they look quite nasty. Okay, and at that point, can we roll, please? Make sure your tokens are selected. Can we roll some initiatives? Please.
Initiative. Ooh, baby, baby. Ooh, baby, baby.
Okay, just one.
Ooh.
How many times are you rolling?
I think I'm pressing. I don't know. I think maybe my mouse is stuck. I don't know what's going on.
It's all right.
I'm doing it twice.
I'm just taking the first one that came out, which
Unfortunately.
Which was an 8. Right, just 1 second, because I need to roll Commodore Krux as well.
Ooh.
And then let's do an astral warrior. Oh, this is going to be fun. Okay, then let's rearrange everybody. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. So Perry, you're on 22. What would you like to do?
Have they got weapons drawn?
Yeah, they do. They seem to have long swords. 2 of them one-handed. That a one-handed long sword that they attack twice with.
Okay. Seeing them stood before him, Pericles is going to draw his short sword from his baldric on his back, and he's going to point it towards them, and he's going to say, "Stand aside. We want no trouble." And that's it.
Okay, and Sol, you're on 18.
Yeah. Not listening to what I'm going to run towards them, my axe in my hands.
Mm.
I'm going to position myself so I'm there. I'm going to rage.
And start fighting.
Do my rage. Right, how do I put rage on there? See, now I'm raging. Oh, there we go.
Got it?
I think so.
Do you know, just while we're doing this, it was only yesterday that I figured out that armor...
So far away. No, go on, sorry.
That in Advanced Dungeons and Dragons 1st edition, the lower your armor class was, the harder you were to hit. Well, in this game, it's
The opposite.
the opposite. Yeah. Okay then.
Wacko.
Yeah. Do you want to roll to hit?
Yeah, let's just make sure this is doing a rage when it does it.
Yeah, that's
So-
absolutely fine.
So I'm going to be targeting. How do I target?
The bottom one. You can't
The
target.
bottom. No,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm used to how I
Boundary.
always retarget it. Yeah. Right. Great. Actually, here we go.
16
So,
is his armor
so I've got
class.
+1 on this, haven't I, as well?
Yeah, for now. Yeah.
Okay. Normal dice, advantage roll twice. I can't add anything to it. Why can't I add something to it?
We can just add it. Just like do the roll and add it. I guess.
Okay.
That
Oh,
hits.
Okay. So your damage is going to be. Roll. Disadvantage, super advantage. I do normal roll. Okay, that's not raging. I don't think. 8 + 2 = 10. No, that's just a standard.
It says slashing damage 8.
Oh, rage damage. Rage damage +2.
2.
Sorry.
Yeah. So what it hasn't added, do you have a +2 battle axe?
I do.
Is that not normally added onto damage or not?
I think that's to hit +2.
Okay, so that's 10. Thank you. 10 points of 10 hit points of damage.
And then I shall do another swipe across.
Yeah.
And there we go. Roll.
That hits. Yeah.
Come on, give me something. Oh, do you know, exactly the same again.
That's good. That's good. Right. That's any bonus. Are you all done?
Right, rage. Yeah, I'm literally going to stand here and
Throw
beast.
things. Yeah. Jennifer, you're up on 14.
I would like to summon my wildfire spirit.
Oh, you're only saying that because it's not on this screen, isn't? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And also because I like my friend with my new enhanced bond. I want him right over here, so he makes the 2 elves dangerous.
Hang on, because I need to bring him over. Where do you want him? Do you want to ping?
Yeah, right here. So
Okay.
he's making them save. And then they each get a dexterity saving throw versus 14.
Brilliant, thank you. This one is next to it, that fails, and the one below succeeds. So the one that's not damaged failed.
And I think I can roll it from here. 8 fire damage.
Wow.
Burn.
Ouch.
Trying.
-8.
And then I guess as a bonus action, if I can, it says that my wildfire spirit takes its turn right after mine, and as a bonus action, I can give it an order. It's an action to summon it, but my bonus action would be an order if I can.
Yeah, by all
for
means.
it to use its fire slap on the one right adjacent to it.
Yeah, and this one, brilliant. Does he need it to hit roll for that?
Yes.
So arm
this
class
would be-
16.
Okay, that's not bad. Yes, it's flame seed.
Nice.
And
Yeah, that will hit.
are you ready for some damage?
I am.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It's just a D6, so I didn't think that was gonna do too well. 7.
It did well. That's a toad. It's
Oh,
not.
15 on that guy.
Yeah, that's roughly the same as. Oh no, it wasn't. Sorry. Jennifer's done. Sanctus, you're up.
Sanctus is going to see that the group needs a little bit more extra help to kind of pump things up, and I was going to cast Bless on himself and his 3 compatriots. The drunk hippo guy can suck it.
Okay.
I don't care about him.
Is Sol in range of it? That's the only thing to check.
It has to be within 30 feet. Is it
5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, 25. He's fine.
Okay. Just making sure. Yeah, that's probably I just cast it. It's a concentration, but yeah. And so let me do. Give me 1 second. Let me press the thing and. So add that as well to all your attack rolls and saving throws.
So now you've got +4.
+4, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Commodore Krux goes next, and he seems to bring out from inside his robes what seems to be almost like a spherical Pokemon ball, or what could be seen in your world as a grenade. And he sort of like holds it out, and you can see him sort of like watching the combat ensuing, and he's sort of like there with this grenade trying to find a target that he can lob it at. He doesn't think there'll be a good target yet, but he is definitely looking. And yeah, astral elves. So this one is going to attack your wildfire spirit. That seems to be a sensible thing to do. So it has 2 longsword attacks. So here's the first one.
AC is a 13 with the spirit.
That's 6. So that's made. That one will hit with a 21. So it'll take 4 slashing plus 8 radiant. So it'll take 12 points of damage.
Still standing.
I'm still standing. And then
But standing.
the one in front of you, Sol, attack. It's one-handed weapon twice. 20.
Yep, that's a hit.
And that's 10 on that one. 15.
15, that's a hit, bag on the nose.
Okay, then. So the first one is
So 5.
3 slashing and 7 radiant.
Oh,
That's why I'm just checking.
I don't think I'm radiant one, which so 10 in total then.
Yeah.
It won't make any difference because I'm not radiant doesn't really affect me.
Okay, brilliant. So have you got the damage for both of them then?
So it would be 5 and
7.
5 and 7, sorry, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And at that moment, at the end of this round, on their initiative, you suddenly realize Sanctus and Jennifer that you are not alone there in the back, because behind you they've just come round this corner, and
It's a trap.
yeah, pincer movement, that's what it is. And they come out, they will attack on 3. You figure this was why the people in the other 2 rows were running for cover as well. Perry, we're down to you, starting off the round on 22. What would you like to do?
Perry was going to move forward, probably ducks underneath one of Sol's swings of his axe, and he's going to lunge upwards with his short sword into this
Astral elf. Yeah, go for it. AC 16.
16, you say, yeah.
Remember to add 4 to your attack.
Yeah. Do you get advantage with a sneak attack? Or
Well, I don't get it. I get advantage because Sol's and is is in combat with it as well.
Yeah.
So my total damage is 28.
With a sword.
Yeah, but
You got a crit.
I got a natural 20. I critted, so I'm doing
I just think that.
double the amount of.
So
Is that right?
28.
7, 8.
Yeah, crit damage is 7, so 28.
Yeah, that's more than you, Sol, was it? Oh, it was a crit, I think, as well.
Yeah.
Any bonus actions or anything,
Yeah.
Perry?
Once I've sort of like found a bit in its armor that I push my short sword into, I'm then going to
Disengage.
use my 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm then going to use my bonus action to do an uncanny or
disengage
to disengage. Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant.
Uncanny,
Sol,
uncanny,
you're up. What would you like to do?
Action.
Muted, sorry.
That's all right.
Yeah, just go back. I'll always get out damaged by a rogue because
I know there's
I can take damage. So,
yeah. I didn't realize rogues hit so hard.
yeah, we'll start doing sneak attacks.
Yeah.
So much.
Very much so. Go for it, Sol.
I've got the red mist. I'm swirling on this thing in front of me.
Nice. Go for it. R class 16 you're looking at.
So you've got whatever that is, and then plus my
4 will hit it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So damage wise, you can have. Please don't be another 2. Oh, a 3. That'll do nicely. 11.
11. Yeah.
Yep. And again, glaring at it, swinging and muttering. And...
yeah. And second attack.
Give me a 12. Or a 1 will do, whichever,
Yeah, that certainly hit.
Why has that done that? No, sorry, the damage isn't coming across for some reason.
7.
9 damage.
Yeah. Brilliant. Thank you.
Still not just literally just planted here. And I'm going to roar in the face as well while I'm here.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Jennifer, you're up.
I would like to cast Scorching Ray as a 3rd level spell on the elf to the left that has come to ambush us.
Brilliant. Will it just capture that one, or is it like a cone?
I don't want to set the valley on fire.
Got it. Wise move.
With this, I get 4 rays of fire to shoot at him.
Nice.
And I'm just gonna roll this. I haven't put in the +4, so we can just mentally add it.
Yeah.
Here's the first one. 18.
18 hits.
Do you want me to do damage for each one, or
it's complete? Whatever you would like to do.
Let's just do the damage with the roll. That seems right. I think I can just click this and it'll do damage.
7. Yeah.
Fire damage. Okay, that's 1. 1 out of 4. Second is a 15 + 4.
Yeah, that.
I assume hits.
Yep, that's hit.
My internet might be having an emotional problem right now, but I'm going to try and roll damage. I'm going to try and roll damage again. That button's not working, so...
Do you want me to press it? That was
8 damage.
8 damage, yeah. So that's 2 down.
2 rays. Here's the 3rd out of 4. It's going to be a 14 + 4.
Hits. Yeah.
So 3rd ray. We'll get out of the way. There we go.
Ooh.
10 damage.
10 damage.
And the 4th ray
is Stingray. Sorry.
It's going to be 15 total. Would that hit?
What will that be? 15.
Yeah, yes. 11 plus.
Yeah, that would miss. Their armor class is 16.
And because I have an enhanced bond, whenever I cast a spell that deals fire damage or restores hit points, while my wildfire spirit is summoned, I roll a d8 and I add that to 1 damage roll of the spell.
Okay, yeah, so just roll 1d8 and then we can take that, can't we?
So I get an extra 5.
Yeah, nice.
And then for my bonus action, I'd like to command my comrade to fiery teleport over here behind them so that they'll have to do some dancing.
Nice. Let's go. Yeah.
It's a dexterity roll for both of them, and the DC is a 14.
So this is the one that you damage first. 20. He's fine. And the one next.
He's already dancing.
The one next is 14.
Yeah. So I guess they said
Right. And it's sort of like, dude, do you sort of like go whack, whack, whack with your, or is it sort of like, ba-doo, ba-doo, ba-doo?
I like to think the first one there.
Yeah.
Just a pulsing, fiery eruption that happens repeatedly.
And your hair wells up and there's smoke coming from you. Brilliant. Anything else? You haven't done any movement yet, just so you know.
I think I'll take a step back if I can. Then my movement get about there.
Yeah. Brilliant.
The paladin.
Okay then.
It's not a paladin, all right? It's a cleric.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
Yes, Sanctus, you're up.
Sanctus is gonna get a little crazy now. It's gonna little. So he's gonna do. Is a bonus action? Is that before or after the regular action?
I don't think it matters, does it?
Okay. I plan to do two things right now, anyways. So the first action is I'm going to create a spirit weapon, and essentially it's like a. In this case, it'll just look like a holy mace that just comes out of nowhere, and it's just there to whack people. Not going to move it when if the person dies or whatnot. It's kind of like Rack in Mithras. Let's see. Where are you? So I'm gonna do that roll really quick. Second level. I'm gonna add 3 to this attack roll. So +3. So
yeah, that will hit. Yeah.
And then do damage.
Is this to both of them? Yeah.
Just one of them.
And which one is it to?
Sorry. I'm gonna do it to one that's not being attacked. Whatever I put right there. So this one right here.
Okay, that's the one that has been attacked.
I do.
Yeah.
This one then right here.
So
Well,
where?
sorry. If this was gonna be occupied by her, the one on the left.
Yeah, that
I'll
seems.
attack the one on the left.
Yeah, that seems. Was that 7 points of damage?
7 points of damage. I'll do one more thing to kind of really up that damage up. I have a cantrip called Toll of the Dead. And what's nice about it is that if someone's already damaged, I can do 2d12 damage to it, which is always very pretty.
And is that a bonus action?
It is a regular action because the other one's a bonus action.
So the bonus action was put in the thing. So now, yeah, got you.
Yeah, and this is an actual action.
Yeah, cool.
Give me the good shit. 19 damage.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, anything else?
That's it on my end.
Okay then. Commodore Krux sees what's happening here, and he actually moves round to here and lobs this grenade that he had in his hand. So he's going to lob it roughly where the people are. So it will go into a 20-foot radius, 5, 10, 15, 20. So it'll be both of those. It'll also be your fire spirit as well. As this force grenade's tossed and just explodes. So your fire spirit needs to do a dexterity saving throw. 15.
It doesn't even try.
It doesn't even. This is the one that is damaged. Didn't make it. The one next to it does make it. Okay, and it actually does. So the one that doesn't make it, 5d6s. This one,
Damn.
this one takes 21 points of damage, which wipes him out. Your wild spirit takes 21 points of damage. And this one here, take half, so we'll take 10 points of damage as his grenade explodes. Okay then. And yeah, that's him done. So elves next. So this one down here in front of you, Sol, will try to hit you. 2 longsword attacks coming in for you. 17 and 14.
No, 17 hits.
So that'll be 5 points of damage coming in for you. Yep. This Astra Alpha come up to you, Perry, and whack you with its long swords as well. 13.
That's a miss.
And 10's a miss as well. And then this one come down here. He probably engaged with gift because it'd be the first one that he actually arrives at. 12 he's got. Misses. Brilliant. And that's the end of their round. So we're back up to the top now. And Perry, is your wild spirit still around?
It has 2 points left.
Oh, it's hanging in there.
Not a lot of help on that one.
Yeah. Okay then. Perry, you're up on 22.
Okay, so dodging the 2 longsword swings that this elf done, he's then going to thrust his short sword into it, hopefully. Not with that, I don't think. 13 misses.
But you've got +4 on that.
All right. Yeah.
Which would take it up to 17, which means it will hit.
17. Yeah. So, yeah. That's a hit for 19 points of damage.
No, that's taking him out all together in one hit. Yeah. A bonus action and move.
Yeah. So my bonus action, I'll I'm going to wait for an attack opportunity on this other one that Sol's fighting. So that's me done.
Okay, you done? Okay then. Sol, you're up next.
Yep, same thing again. The red mist is over my eyes, and I'm swinging like I really want to make him die.
Yeah, that hit.
And that will be max damage.
Nice.
Next one.
Yeah, he goes down after that first one. You probably hit him again just for the
No, I don't.
Because you don't want to fumble.
No. As I see the axe cleave through this body, I'm going to turn on my heel and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can I get past there?
Okay, then. So I'm going to move you back to start off with.
Yeah.
And I think it would be fair for you to make some kind of roll to know what's actually going on behind you. Because there's been no...
That's what I took. That's why I didn't do anything else.
I had a big explosion.
Well, the boom was up here.
Yeah.
So the thing is, and you're always on about red mist as well. So you sort of like do. So let's have a perception check. Let's have a perception check with disadvantage.
With disadvantage.
12.
12.
Yeah, why is that? Why is that 16 grade?
Because it's the lesser one. It's the one that doesn't count.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
I interpret that.
Okay, yeah, so you'll be able to move to there with your movement rate now. And I think you still got an action and a bonus action left.
We do indeed, yes.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna just see this thing, and I'll be rolling this with disadvantage as well because what's his face is right next to that one there.
Yeah, Commodore Krux.
Yeah. So there's a +4 on that. So 11 + 4 is 15.
Yeah. 15 won't hit. His arm class 16.
Yep. No.
You got a bonus action as well, don't you?
Not that I want to use.
Okay.
No, because it's frenzy attacking. That means.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay then. Jennifer, you're up next on 14.
I'm going to toss a little ball of fire at them. Use produce flame. And
Nice.
throw this fire right over here. Let's see. Oh, okay. Okay. Well.
I like underneath it says
It's too hot. It's too hot.
it says self.
Normally I can produce the flame and then the attack roll is to throw it.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any.
That's so yeah, that you sort of like either it doesn't arrive or you throw it somewhere else. Sanctus, you're up. You
Wait,
can't.
I have a bonus action I'd like to
Oh
use.
yes, yeah, but sorry, yeah, of course.
I'd like to ask my comrade to do the same thing but better. Which is its fiery seed, throw a little bit of fire that's not nearly as good as mine.
Nice.
All right. What are you doing?
That will hit.
And here is the enormous amount of fire damage you get. 5.
Yay.
Yeah, that's
Contributing.
anything else, Jennifer?
That's all I got.
Brilliant. Sanctus, you're up. You're not in combat. You would range or anything. You would have to do your movement to get round to the side of him or behind him. You can move through friendly fire, though. He wouldn't have an attack of opportunity at you either.
Oh, that's nice. No, I'm just gonna move my spirit weapon as a bonus action to next to him, or to right there, and then roll for an attack.
Yeah, nice.
That's my bonus. Where are you? Where are you? You're over here. Right. You're second level. Sorry. Okay.
Right.
Adding 3 to the roll. All right. So.
Yeah, that will hit him.
And then.
Nice.
11 damage. And then as my actual roll, I'm gonna heal up my tank with, let's do, what's it, aid? Should I do aid or healing word? How long word? Oh, that's actually sorry, I'm just thinking what's the best healing way? This takes 10 minutes. I don't want to do that.
No, that might be a little bit.
Yeah, it'll take forever. I don't want to do that. Actually, I'll just do Balm of Peace. I won't have to move or anything. And that's just 2d6.
Yeah,
essentially,
nice.
I'm gonna roll just like Tiger Bomb. I just kind of roll on.
There. You're my special soldier.
So you're moving your spirit hammer. That's your bonus action. This is your action. Yeah.
Let's do and I'll roll it for you. What's low? So it adds 13 hit points.
Wow, thank you very much.
Nice.
Yeah, and then I can also move up to 30 feet. So I'm just gonna move away from all of you. You're all getting too crazy. Sorry, I need to.
You'll take an attack of opportunity if you do.
I
but you
don't
know
do that under this.
Oh.
I can essentially just allows me to.
That's
Essentially,
awesome.
I just I'm like I'm done. I'm just gonna walk away. But as I walk away, everyone gets healed within 5 feet of me.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, it's a great. It's like I'm done with this stuff. Bye bye.
Is that in addition to the 13 points of your healing, or is you're moving away?
That is the healing. That is the
nice. So Commodore Krux pulls out his musket and pulls out his sword and strikes at this. That misses. That hits for 10 points of damage.
Yay.
And then the astral elf probably tries to hit Commodore again because he looks like he's the weakest of the two opponents because Thingamabob looks far too big. 16 will hit. 9 won't, so Commodore will take 18 points of damage. And we're back up to the top of the round. And Perry, you're first to go.
Okay, so Pericles wants to come round this corner and see whether or not there's anything down there to begin with.
No, there's nothing down there.
Okay, he then wants to.
Well, the docks are a little bit further down.
Okay, he then wants to. Cast a spell, and he wants to cast minor illusion, and he wants to pick something that probably you'll see on this street, maybe a crate or a barrel, something that blends in, and then so he wants to cast that, which is that spell there, and then he wants to use his other action that he has to hide. His cunning action. He wants to then hide behind it, so there's an illusion of it, so that he can still see down the street looking for anything that's coming. It's probably a crate, with some something on it, and then he's also going to hide as well to see and keep an eye out that way with his short sword drawn.
Brilliant. Okay then, so Sol, we're back to you.
Indeed, yes. I'm wailing on this thing in front of
Nice,
me.
go for it.
Oh, disadvantage. Oh, 12 plus 4 is 16.
That hit. That will hit.
Oh, not really that normal. And that's 14.
Yep. Okay then. Next attack.
Oh, yes, again.
Yeah, that definitely hit.
That's 19.
Which takes the other astral elf out of that as well. And I know
So and every time he's swinging one way, it's just having to pull it back because the bloody captain's on the Commodore's there. So he's pull it back, and it using this thing's shoulder, and it just slips off the wall.
Okay, so it might seem a strange place to stop, but we are going to stop it at that point with the initiative round still up, etc. For next time we play. So just to let you know, if Ty comes back in next week, we're going to pop him sort of like here. That seems to be a fair position for him to start off with, as if he's just jumped down from the roof or something and use slow fall. So we'll carry on the adventure next time we play, hopefully next Saturday, which is this what is it, the 14th? Yeah. So, and we'll come straight into this combat order at the present moment in time. So thank you for coming along, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed tonight's Spelljammer game. Thank you for all the suggestions in chat and all the interactions. We really do appreciate that. Thank you to the players. Thank you very much for coming along and breathing life into Spelljammer. Darth says thank you to everyone. Zal says bye and take care. Before you go, Sol, do you want to say anything?
Yeah, well, we're back. We did D&D last night, so next Thursday is D&D, and Monday we're back with Trail of Cthulhu, and we're going to the Seven Valley. We'll go find some,
7 o'clock?
7:15. Yes.
On Medivac, the Healing Hoover.
Yes.
Yeah. Jennifer, is there anything you would you like to sell your wares?
Yeah, I am also known as Mr. Pickles, and I do a podcast with my friend Brad. It's called And I Took That Personally. You can find it on Anchor. You can find it on Spotify. We talk about movies, and we have a total of 2 episodes now.
No way.
Yeah. If you want to learn everything about Slender Man without watching everything about Slender Man, which is all terrible, you can find out everything in just an hour with me and Brad.
It means you've improved your content 100%.
What's that?
I don't know if I've improved anything.
I've put the link into the chat for you for that. Okay. Anybody else have anything that they would like to say before we sign off?
No OnlyFans or anything, no.
Okay. Cool. Thank you, everybody, players and people in the stream. Thank you so much for coming along. I will be back tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock with some more Minecraft and some Elder Scrolls at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So do come along and see that if you're interested. Yes, I will get a drink and get some rest and a good cough. Thank you, Zal. Until next time, it's goodbye for me. Goodbye. And it's goodbye for them.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Leafsbury now.
I'm just going to turn you off as quick